Hey there, it's another beautiful day. Let's watch some stuff.
China has banned the import of American bread. The UK has banned the import of American bread. Most of the EU has also. And it's not because of the sugar, it's because of a chemical called potassium bromate, which, by the way, is also used to make carpets, yoga mats, plastics. It's a class 1 carcinogen, like it causes cancer. They also don't allow most American meats to enter because it's literally considered the same level of carcinogen as a plutonium at that level. Knowing what you're eating and knowing that the regulatory levels here are far inferior to what they are overseas.
I know to some of you I may be a bit of a broken record when it comes to all of the crap that we are allowed to put in our foods here in the United States, but I'm hoping maybe I come across a couple of those people that haven't heard all this stuff yet and make it kind of go, huh, because it's awful.
Digital ID must be accepted by U.S. citizens by 2028 or risk exclusion from society. This dude right here thinks he's God. Don't know what gives him that idea. But y'all, if this actually goes down, if he tries to push that, we all got to be ready to...
I'm pretty sure he was going to say fight, but we're all already being tracked. If you've got a credit card or a debit card or you've got one of those shopping rewards cards, all of your information is already being gathered somewhere in some mega database to track everything you do. So by saying, no, I don't want this particular, digital ID, you've already got it.
So where are the images of the terrorists? Even if the checkpoints from 2 of the 3 airports didn't have cameras, we should have dozens of images of the 19 terrorists standing in line for the check-in, getting their boarding passes, moving through the lounge areas, making phone calls, using stairs and conveyor belts, visiting the duty-free shops, or having a snack before departure. Each of these premises has also plenty of cameras of their own, which are used to keep an eye on their customers. And then we should have seen the terrorists seated in the departure lounges, waiting for the boarding call, and finally proceeding through the gates that would take them to the airplanes. But we have never seen any of this. Question: why were we never shown a single image of the 19 alleged hijackers moving through the different areas of the 3 airports on the morning of September 11? Since Washington Dulles did have security cameras at the checkpoints, why were we never shown properly time-stamped images of the 5 terrorists boarding Flight 77 on the morning of September 11?
Once in a while, I find a nice piece of juicy information that I was completely unaware of, and then I have to go and look it up. And guess what? You can find those pictures. It's not very difficult. This is one of those media manipulation things. So people who are like ingrained in this whole 9/11, inside job conspiracy see this and they're like, oh, and then it spreads like wildfire. But you Google search 9/11 terrorists at airport and you get a whole host of pictures.
All right, July 1st, 2025, no more medical collections will be allowed to be on your credit report. But there's a big catch. This is only when applying for jobs and employers are checking your credit profile for your history. This is not for mortgage or anything else.
It feels like it's opposite day because what he said is backwards because I've never been to a job interview where anybody had to run my credit. That makes zero sense because my employer is not giving me a huge loan or anything like that. They do a background check, but not a credit report. But that is going to actually help people, purchase homes and purchase cars and stuff like that. And it's finally going into effect here in California. It's already happening in a few other states. I'm not sure which ones, but it's happening elsewhere. And finally, we're going to get that on the 1st.
Wait. Do these UFOs and these UAPs, do they know how we celebrate New Year's? Because this could be the biggest misunderstanding ever to take place.
That is a very valid point. If they are plasma beings or UFOs and they don't know that some people like to light off fireworks, this could be a problem.
Once people feel empowered and protected legally, you are going to have schools, universities, and colleges are going to say, you want to come to this college, buddy? You're going to get vaccinated. Lady, you're going to get vaccinated. Yeah. Big corporations like Amazon and Facebook and all of those others are going to say, you want to work for us, you get vaccinated. And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, They lose their ideological bullshit and they get vaccinated.
That's exactly what you meant when you said making it hard for people to live without getting a vaccination. You affected people's ability to work, travel, be educated, to actually flourish in American society, to self-determine, as we're all given God-given rights. Shame on you. You inspired and created fear through mass mandates, school closures, vaccine mandates that have destroyed the American people's trust in our public health institutions.
In that one particular situation, absolutely. I was afraid. I was scared. I was listening to what that man said and I was taking it as rote, and I shut down. Everything shut down. Our whole house shut down, and I wish we didn't. I wish we had been a little more diligent, done a bit more research of our own, and been a little less reliant upon what that government had to say. And it's only gotten worse. The American Health Institution, I know, broken record. It's awful.
No one has ever shown that human emissions of carbon dioxide drive global warming. Never been shown. And if it could be shown, then you would have to show that the 97% of emissions, which are natural, do not drive global warming. Game over. We are dealing with a fraud. It's a scientific fraud from day one. We hear the propaganda that increases of the gas of life, a trace gas in the atmosphere, will bring a disaster and that we will have runaway global warming. Sorry folks, we've known for 200 years from chemistry that it's the exact inverse. When we drill into ice, we have chemical fingerprints that tell us what the temperature was, and we have little bits of trapped air. And we can show that when we had natural warming, some 650 to 6,000 years later, we had an increase in carbon dioxide. It's not carbon dioxide that drives temperature. It's the exact inverse. Another fraud.
Personally, I don't buy into the whole global warming is a man-made problem. I do believe that maybe the Earth is getting warmer, but there's nothing that we can do about it. Our emissions are minuscule compared to the stuff that the Earth itself unleashes into the environment.
Okay, so let me get this straight. I can literally think about a pair of shoes I want and then look at my phone 5 minutes later and there's an ad for those exact shoes. And yet you can't tell us where the drones are coming from?
Now get this. Just the other day when we talked about how in the emergency funding bill, whatever, for the government was passed, and there was money in there to allow them to spy on the people, ever since then, sightings have significantly reduced.
So the Pope opens up the holy door to the tomb of Lucifer or whoever the hell. I know Lucifer is an angel. He doesn't have a tomb, but that's what we were going with 2 weeks ago. But the Pope opens up the holy door and they live streamed it. And guess what he found on the other side of that door? A camera. A camera pointed directly at his face. This tomb has not been opened in 25 years. So that camera crew is from 1999. And I gotta say, 1999 technology's held up pretty well. I mean, it's high definition, baby. I mean, what have they survived on for the past 25 years, waiting for the Holy Father to open the door for them, to let them out? Did you see all the stuff they had to do to get the door open? They had to take hammers and crowbars and break open a block and remove the key and all that shit, just so they could rescue these cameramen who definitely didn't slip in before the Pope opened the door so they could set up the perfect shot, right? No, the Pope rescued these people. That's what I'm going with. The Pope is a hero. Or there's actually another theory here that nobody's really paying attention to. What if the Vatican used their secret technology that they talk about on all those other conspiracy theory channels? I'm sure they have some kind of portal technology that can portal in the camera crew. This video's for entertainment purposes only. I'm just kidding. We're just joking. They definitely opened the door and let the camera crew slip.
I don't care who you are. That's funny right there. That is absolutely hilarious. The way they put it together was like, oh, they're opening it for the first time, yet here's a camera looking at him on the outside looking in. Okay. You think they would have done that a little bit better.
Social Security is a scam if you run the numbers. When you're 18 years old and you start working, the government takes, without your permission, 7.65% from your paychecks. 6.2% is Social Security. You will contribute in your lifetime as the average American about $360,000 so that when you retire, you can get anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 for supplemental retirement. But when you run the numbers, if we got rid of that 6.2% and taught kids in high school the importance of investing that 6.2% into an IRA, that same $360,000 in an IRA would be worth $4.5 million. And if you pulled 4% out a year with the 4% rule, your retirement would be $180,000 a year instead of $20,000 to $30,000. They are literally robbing us of $4 million. That's all I'm saying. I agree Social Security and having a safety net's important, but we have to start showing the numbers to the American people to create policies and ideas that actually make sense.
But the problem there is that the government wouldn't have their own personal piggy bank to spend on a stadium in Washington, D.C. Remember that? That was in the bill. Well, it was in the proposed bill. Instead, we gave money to the military to spy on us. In the name of drones.
President-elect Donald Trump is asking the Supreme Court to pause a law that would ban TikTok here in the U.S. next month. That ban is scheduled to take effect on January 19th if the platform's Chinese owner does not sell it to an American company. In a court filing, Trump suggested that he could negotiate a political resolution to the issue. Trump attempted to ban the platform during his first term, but later reversed course. Earlier this month, he met with TikTok CEO at his Mar-a-Lago club in Florida. The Biden administration has argued that TikTok poses a national security risk. The court due to hear oral arguments in the case on January 10th. We'll keep you posted.
Now I feel a bit like an idiot because I have reported on this TikTok ban multiple times and it never even occurred to me that it was January 19th that they're saying it's all got to be done. And then the 20th is his inauguration because he can put a stop to it before anything happens. But if it happens before he can do anything about it, there's nothing he can do about it. But that is, I feel real dumb because I didn't put that together. And yeah, hopefully we keep it because, it's just as censored as everywhere else. I guess the government just wants more control over what kind of information is being put out there.
Elon Musk and MAGA are hitting a real rough patch. Elon Musk and Ramaswamy want to make it easier for skilled workers to legally immigrate to the US. And the MAGA folks who pretended like they're cool with legal immigration are being caught in their lie because they are not happy about this. With big-time MAGA folks like Laura Loomer saying, "Don't worry guys, the divorce is coming soon." And our good buddy Matt Gaetz saying, "We did not ask them to engineer an immigration policy." MAGA folks are coming out of the woodwork to fight against this. And then Elon Musk, the free speech absolutist that he is, censored those people on X. I wonder why I'm not surprised about that. He has demonetized and taken the verification away from a ton of MAGA creators on X who otherwise used to love Elon Musk. But they value their racist nationalism more than they value this guy. And the funny thing is, even though I really don't like Elon Musk, I agree with him here. Getting more skilled workers from out of the country to come in and be engineers and work in tech is going to make America stronger. So if MAGA and Elon Musk are going to feud over something this small, just imagine how tough it's going to be when they get into the real serious issues.
Now, I know that Trump has already agreed with Elon Musk on this situation, on the visas for people who are like intellectually inclined. And that's the whole idea of immigration into our country anyways, is you want to find people who are going to help benefit the economy in some way. And if that's where it is, then that's where it is. And Trump's like, yeah, no problem. But what I think is interesting is how there are headlines that are like MAGA are like tearing each other apart. And you're like, what's going on? And it's not really what's going on. It's not like that. We're not fighting amongst each other. Somebody, said some other things. The whole thing with X, I had to look some stuff up. So you're going to listen to me read for a second. Apparently, if far more credible, verified subscriber accounts, not bots, mute or block your account compared to those who like your posts, your reach will decline significantly. And that's what Musk posted when all these people that were like getting mad at him, said what they were saying, and other people were like, don't like it. And that's how that whole thing happened. I haven't looked into it. that much more, I'm going to check it out and make sure that it is just the media trying to pit us against each other.
We have huge breaking news right now. A complete civil war has broken out between MAGA and Elon Musk. And
yeah, just like that.
We're following the recall of a popular cat food brand after a cat that ate it died in Oregon and was found to have contracted bird flu. Here's the product, Northwest Naturals Feline Turkey Recipe Raw Frozen Pet Food. It's sold in 12 states and Canada. So far, no human cases of bird flu have been linked to the product.
Now, this is just my conspiracy brain digging way too deep on this, but does anybody else feel like there was some kind of a mutation plan happening in there? Like they're like, hey, give it to the cats. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy.
Hospitalizations, viral mutations, and dying cats. What's going on with bird flu? Let me explain. Cases of H5N1 bird flu have surged in recent weeks, and the worldwide virus is affecting more than just birds. Genetic analysis of samples from a patient in Louisiana who was recently hospitalized with the first severe case of the disease in the U.S. show that the virus mutated, likely while inside the patient, in a way that could potentially make it more transmissible to humans. On December 26th, the CDC reported mutations in the patient's sample that were not found in the birds in the backyard flock from which they contracted the virus. Further analysis showed that the mutations may make it easier for the virus to bind to humans' upper respiratory tracts, and they are similar to those found in another patient recently hospitalized in British Columbia. Just days after the severe case emerged in Louisiana, California officials declared a state of emergency for H5N1 bird flu as the virus rapidly spread through dairy cows and poultry in the region, with increasing cases presenting in humans. The disease recently infiltrated a Washington animal sanctuary and has wiped out over half the facility's population, killing 20 big cats. It is unclear how the cats contracted the virus, but according to the Wild Felid Advocacy Center of Washington, the deaths started in late November when a 17-year-old cougar got sick, stopped eating, and died the next day. Since then, 19 other animals in the sanctuary have died, including 4 cougars, 4 bobcats, and 1 Amur Bengal tiger mix. Additionally, Northwest Naturals, a popular brand of cat food, voluntarily recalled one of their products nationwide after a house cat contracted and died from bird flu due to contaminated food. With 65 cases confirmed in humans in the U.S. throughout 2024, the CDC is closely monitoring the situation and continuing the search for a solution.
Now, do you see why my conspiracy brain went there? Because these big animals in this zoo, in captivity, got sick and passed away from this. And then it was found in this cat food that was distributed to people. Crazy.
Listen, we're not calling them illegal firearms anymore. We're calling them undocumented weapons that live in sanctuary homes. We're going to start using the leftist terminology to protect our rights. They like word salad? Let's give it back to them.
Now that sounds like a tasty salad I could get behind. Not here in California, though. All of my weapon systems are properly registered and stored and locked in a vault behind another lock and another lock because it's dumb here. You can have them. You just can't be able to access them when you need them.
So as I mentioned in my last summary of Elon's cuts, these next ones will be all around football and things that he found in the government that just aren't making sense. For example, the National Huddle Standardization Board. This board spent $12 million annually ensuring football teams maintained the perfect circular huddle formation. Musk scrapped it, tweeting, "Huddles don't win games, plays do." Circular thinking literally. Number 2, the End Zone Dance Oversight Committee. This government committee fined players for choreographic irregularities and excessive jubilation. Musk eliminated it, saying, "Let them twerk if they score. Joy doesn't need red tape." Number 3, the Bureau of Halftime Show Security. They had a $20 million budget, and this agency's sole purpose was to prevent wardrobe malfunctions. Musk dismissed it, tweeting, "We've all seen worse on Twitter. Move on." The National Cleat Safety Administration. Wow. This office tested cleats for optimal traction on all turfs. Musk called it ridiculous government coddling, adding, "Just wear better shoes or play barefoot like champions." Number 5, the Department of Gatorade Color Uniformity. Come on. This department ensured sideline Gatorade colors matched team branding. Musk axed it, quipping, "Hydration doesn't care about aesthetics. Drink water and get over it." Number 6, the Offensive Line Weight Optimization Task Force. Now, they were charged with ensuring linemen didn't get too heavy. This task force held monthly weigh-ins and recommended kale diets. Musk got rid of it, tweeting, "Stop shaming the big guys. They're the heroes out there." Number 7, the Federal Foam Finger Safety Commission. Now, this commission tested foam fingers for structural integrity and non-pokeability. Musk shut it down, saying, "It's a foam finger, not a tactical weapon. This is dumb." Number 8, the National Tailgate Bureau with a $9 million annual budget. This bureau regulated tailgating activities, including charcoal grill standards and beer pong table dimensions. Musk terminated it, tweeting, "Tailgating is chaos by design. Let the people cook in peace." Number 9, the Bureau of Referee Spot Placement Accuracy. Now, this bureau reviewed every inch of footage to ensure refs placed the ball exactly where a player's knee hit the ground. Musk called it micromanagement at its worst, suggesting just let AI refs handle it, problem solved. Number 10, the Monday Night Football Commentary Council. Wow, established to ensure announcers used neutral and informative language. This council employed 30 linguists to review broadcasts. Musk cut it, tweeting, "Commentators should talk trash, not sound like NPR." So, guys, what's next for Musk's cuts? Rumors suggest the National Super Bowl Snack Regulation Bureau is on the chopping block. Musk hinted you don't need a government agency to tell you wings are better than veggie platters.
I guess I need to follow Elon Musk a little more closely, because if those are real, if those are actual like committees and bureaus and all of that stuff, and that's the money that is being spent, that is crazy. That is absolutely insane. I'm hoping that he does this throughout all of the government and just gets rid of everything that is unnecessary and frivolous, because we don't need that. Yeah, it sucks. A lot of people are going to be out of a job, but what job were a lot of these people actually doing?
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this.
I ignored the signs. I saw these videos just over a week ago, and I was like, oh, it's probably people who have a bakery that are buying eggs at Costco, because I see it all the time. People buy lots of things because they're going to their bakery or they're going to the little market or whatever, right? And I didn't even connect the dots. And then when I was in Costco on Monday, they had no eggs. Now, they did have a recall, but it was only on the 18 packs of the organic eggs. And I just get the cage-free stuff, the 60 pack, right? And there was none. There was 0 eggs at all. And it didn't even occur to me. I haven't even been back to Costco to see if there are eggs yet, but I was at my local supermarket and it's like $29 for 60 eggs. And it's like $12 at Costco. So prices are absolutely insane right now for eggs. Want to see a possible explanation? Well, you're gonna, because I'm gonna put it next. So yeah, check it out.
Doctor, why are egg and milk prices up?
Okay, so egg prices have been soaring. We're entering a major shortage of eggs, and there's an egg price tracker that you can look at online. But we're about where we were 2 years ago when people were really complaining about eggs. It's because there have been massive outbreaks of H5N1 in a lot of the egg-laying operations. And so they've had to cull tens of thousands of birds. And it takes a long time for a chicken to grow up and become an egg layer, about 2 years. So we're in for a struggle in egg prices in the U.S. Milk prices are going to go up because California is the largest producer of milk in the United States. As of now, 3/4 of the dairy herds in California are suffering from an H5N1 outbreak. When a cow has influenza, they don't produce a lot of milk. The milk is kind of like colostrum, it's gummy and it's yellow, and they often just get pulled from the milking line, so you're not putting infected milk in. So eggs and milk are going back up because of virus outbreaks.
You know, I feel like there's this group of people, I've heard about them. They're like super duper rich and nobody elected them into power, and they kind of tell everybody what they need to do with their lives. Didn't they have this huge thing on people eating meat? That sounds a little familiar, right? I can't quite put my finger on it. Well, that's all that I've got for you today. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. And then come on back in a couple days because we're going to watch some new stuff. I'll say different things. And it's going to be fantastic. Until then, have a wonderful day. Did you see that? Did you see that? That's one of my hats. They've all been sent out. All 5 of them have been sent out. Thank you so much for letting me share your picture, by the way. And if you are one of the other 4 that got a hat, send me a picture of you wearing the hat and I'll put you on the channel. Only if you'll let me, of course. And my next upload will be on January 1st, 2025. So have a wonderful New Year celebration. If you are in an area where there have been drone sightings and you decide to light off fireworks, don't forget, they might be aliens and they might not understand what it is that you're doing. Thank you all so much for being the best part of 2024, and I'm looking forward to sharing 2025 with you as well. Take care of yourselves.